What up, fellow car washers? It's your boy, aka me, Bearcoat Finance, back with another banger of a video. With the situation finally returning to normal, people are asking themselves a question I don't think they've asked themselves in quite a long time, and that's, how do I get myself a damn ding-a-dang-dong job? Thankfully, I've got all the answers right here that should be able to help you out on your job search, but only if you hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Without further ado, and that like button smashed,
you know, let's just jump into it.
Tip numero ein, only apply for jobs that you are qualified for. Everything else is a bit of a waste of a time. With the way things are right now, things are hyper competitive, so your typical low-end sort of jobs like working at McArby's is gonna quickly get filled. In fact, they probably already have been. Instead, focus in your field, but more importantly, focus on where you want to be. More specialized positions right now are constantly looking for somebody right now really to replace who they had to cut off. So a lot of places are open right now. So if you find yourself and you are a grandmaster pipe fitter, able to weld two pipes together just by touching them, then let me tell you, I got a job for you. Take a bigger emphasis on where you want to be versus just getting some money in right now, because trust me, that sort of thing right now will really help in the long run. Tip type 2, never stop applying for jobs. I'm talking like 2 or 3 a day, baby. I mean, we are speed dating on these. We are just chopping them out left, right, front, center, front, back, behind, all of that good wood, shake that booty, shake that bump, make it booty, make it jump, get it in there. Go in 2-3 applications a day. Even whenever you have an interview scheduled, just keep it coming out, because interviews are not guarantees. You need to get in there. You can't stop, won't stop, don't stop until they finally put a ring on it. Tip type 2B, look for jobs while you're unemployed, because looking for work is work in and of itself. If you keep it consistent, you keep it moving, you have a scheduled amount of time per day, again 2 or 3 a day, but at the same time focus on those, get a set in time for that, you will not lose motivation, because it is so easy to lose any sort of motivation when you don't have somebody constantly looking over you and holding you accountable. Hold yourself accountable. Look for jobs every single day for a specific time amount of day. At least set yourself a goal. Say, I'm gonna hit 5, or I'm gonna look for 3 hours and walk away with 2 or 3 good ones. Make sure you keep yourself consistent, make sure you keep yourself moving, because that way you can also say during a job interview that you were looking for work. Not saying that you were lazing around watching Minecraft on Disney Plus, Minecraft story mode, the most paragon of epic stories right there. Rule number 3, call places you applied for and ask how your application is doing. I wouldn't say immediately, but my typical rule of thumb is about 2 weeks out. So keep a constant flow of who you're calling, who you're moving. That way it's easier to keep things moving, keep things shaking. That way you don't get demotivated. Where you would be just one paper in a room full of many, instead you are now a voice that is buried beneath all that paper, and job hunters are like St. Bernards. They're gonna be digging through all that just to find you, and they will more than likely get you that job if you present yourself well enough and you are consistent enough. Spend as long as time as you need to finally get to somebody who will listen to you. I'm talking ask for HR, ask for recruitment, ask for the chef, ask for the rat that is in the chef's hat, and give him the most finest of praise. Burp in his face. Apparently in other cultures that means that the food is good. But again, it comes down to taking the time that you need to find these jobs. Once you find yourself a job that is 2 or 3 or even just 1.5 times of whatever you were making before, it is well worth it. The 4th commandment is to never say anything bad about your previous employer, especially during interviews. If you put that on your resume, there's no helping you. If you talk about how bad things were with your previous employer, your guy you're trying to interview with is gonna think, I wonder what he's gonna say about me whenever I leave, So don't do that. That ain't cool. It's kind of like the rule with ex-girlfriends. You don't talk bad about the ex-girlfriend. Actually, you always talk bad about the ex-girlfriend. That way the current girlfriend thinks everything is Moochie. Not keeping that. But yeah, just don't be a negative person, because then people will think that you're constantly a negative person, or worse yet, a gossip. And then suddenly your job at the Basket Weaving Incorporated suddenly turns into an episode of The Real Housewives of Under and Over Stitches, which, let me tell you, that is the worst spinoff that has ever came out, and it is 1 star, worse than the Avatar movie. That's right, I'm gonna say it. But I can get negative in these videos because that's my job. Tool number 5, after you're done with an interview, always send a letter or an email thanking them for their time. This works in 2 ways. 1, it shows that you are a grateful person and that you are willing to work with if you're able to do something that's sort of, kind and generous and lovely, and feeling really lonely right now, I'm feeling vulnerable. And 2, it also helps you, again, stand out from this room full of papers. Suddenly, the St. Bernard is now the SEAL Team 69 going in to dig out whoever is buried underneath all of this rubble here. It doesn't have to be anything overtly sappy. You're not writing Shakespearean for your love of your life. Instead, you're just saying, hey, thank you for the time. You're really cool. I really hope that we get to work together in the future. It shows that your intentions are cool. It shows that you are cool. And it shows that you might be cool for the job, you know? Helps out. Point number 6 is that you should always have a cover letter to combine with your resume. When applying for a job, a cover letter, again, helps you stand out amongst the crowd. It shows that you are, good with your words, and good words help make good job. It help good time. It help be good. I'm gonna do you a solid, big boy. Check out the link down below. I'm gonna have a template for a generic cover letter that's gonna help you out in finding your job. Just put that in there, slap your own name, slap your own info, slap your shoe size, slap your blood type, really get them to know you a little bit well, Google has all our information anyways. You can just look it up online. And go ahead and send it off their way. It'll help you out, again, stand out from all of these familiar faces, worn out places, and because of you, I can't stray too far from the sidewalk. It's the best of both worlds. Big 7 here. It kind of goes back to number 1 a little bit, but read the job description. Yeah, I know, it does kind of sound stupid, but really, if you tailor fit your resume to fit whatever they're looking for in the job description, throw in words like outgoing, hyperactive, smells good, has a lot of feet pics online, and that's what they're looking for in the job description. Slide that into your resume, and that will really help out stand against what is called the resume hunting algorithms that a lot of people use. They use these resume hunting algorithms to dig through resumes that they receive en masse. They receive hundreds at a time, and they pinpoint certain words that they are looking for, and that's what gets to the next round of interviews. So if you take some words that are from there, slide it into your resume, you stand out again amongst the crowd. That's the big thing here, baby boy. You need to stand out against this entire big bad world. You need to be the 1 in a million, the 1 in, frankly, a billion, the 1 in 7 billion. You got a lot of people out there that are looking for the same spot you are, and it's your job to help you stand out so you can make the big bucks and you crank that soldier boy. Oh, and if you throw in words like launched, redesigned, create, led, or managed, active sounding words that made it sound like you did something, then it really, again, just makes you seem like a go-getter, a good starter, and it really makes you seem better than probably what you are.
Number 8.
Save the how much am I going to get paid talk until after everything. It's kind of like a first date. You don't want to just jump right into the hanky-panky hoochie-coochie. You want to, kind of build things up, get to the point where you are like, hey, how much am I going to get paid? Versus, hey, how much am I going to get laid? It's kind of the same sort of ballpark question. You don't exactly jump into that right away, especially since you're not that type of girl. Save it for like the 2nd or 3rd or even, the 50th, whenever you're finally holding hands at the altar and you just kind of whisper in their ear, so how much am I going to get paid? Kind of important question. Número 9. Okay, I'm going to give you a bit of a Game Shark cheat code right here. Fun fact, Twitter is actually a really good place to job hunt. No joke, no lie, no goofs, no gaffes. If you look up the hashtags job hunt or just hashtag jobs, you'll find yourself a plethora of positions that will really help you out. And plus, it's probably a better use of your Twitter instead of just barking down Angelina Jolie for how she put on her socks one leg at a time, because apparently that stands up against how the sexual identity of the native Antarcticans, and it really puts them down. And at the same time, it also helps filter out a lot of those protests that people have because they just want to go outside and walk their hamster. And tier 10. If you just came off a substantial amount of time of being unemployed, change your resume to reflect years, not dates. So that way you change it from, last employed January 1st, 2019 to just 2019. Looks a lot better that way. If your job interviewer is asking about any sort of gaps in your resume, don't lie, tell the truth, but at the same time, don't give them the full sob story. So if your bipedal hamster died in a tandem bicycle accident to which he was not the one riding, don't tell him about how his favorite food was asparagus and peanut butter, or that he enjoyed long walks on the beach in the morning. Just go ahead and just keep it short, keep it simple. Just say you need a time off to grieve. And really emphasize that the gap did happen. However, now you are past it and you are ready for a job. And that'll do it. That is the 10 top tier tips that'll help you time out a time you got to tackle these sort of jobs that are out there. Go ahead again, turn that like button blue, and that will really help me out in the long run. Go ahead and leave in the comment section down below if you got any other tips, or if you got any sort of job listings that you're looking for, or that requires a specific set of skills that don't involve murdering somebody. Leave it down in the comments down below. That way we can keep things moving, keep things shaking. That way other people can find this sort of stuff and maybe find a job and be the man, woman, child that they've always wanted to be. Or maybe they want to be an owl. Let them be an owl. It's current year. Let it happen, baby boy. Thanks again for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful day. I will Talk to you later. Don't eat too much Welch's fruit snacks. It's not exactly healthy for you. Plus, it makes your teeth all kind of gross, but it's very high in vitamin C, so maybe one a day. Maybe just one packet a day. This is not endorsed or sponsored, by the way, but I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.